Alrighty, what's up guys? Got some more AI Somnium files. Ooh, my little Tamagotchi wants to talk to me. What's your... Wait, didn't you already ask this last time? Okay. Guess we'll answer the same way. Wonder if it's like a set... There's probably a set amount of questions, yeah. That probably is what it is. Okay. Yeah, so, okay, I was thinking about this... I was thinking about the Nice thing. Okay, so, okay, the first game, when Iris was talking about Nice, she didn't talk about it too much. She pretty much said it was like a secret organization and all that shit. Let me see if there's anything in the appendix. I don't see anything. Yeah, okay. Because I always thought people were like really dismissive of knives. And in this it seems like it's like a legit organization with like a building and everything. But yeah. Anyway, guess we'll figure it out. Tell me about Bats 490.
Considering the fact that you are here, I assume it would be pointless to hide it. Indeed. I had my subordinates create that video. Bats 490 was an ARG. Just a game, but there was a high-level encryption hiding a message within. We have been seeking high IQ individuals with the capability to decode it. The purpose was to recruit them into NICE.
So this QR video was made for the same reason?
I am aware of that video. I saw it on the news. However, it's completely unrelated to NICE. I assume someone made it with the intent to imitate Bats 490.
What do you think, Tama?
Hard to say on that alone.
I have to agree. Sounds a little bit scuffed if you ask me. Also, I think, isn't this the same guy who protected Sojima in the first game? Say something funny.
Something funny. There, I said it.
Hilarious.
Your badge.
That's something phony.
What is this? A vaudeville routine? That wasn't funny at all.
Tell me about Nice, Mr. Bodyguard Man.
I was only hired recently. I don't know much about it, really. Yeah, but I'm also her bodyguard. I used to be a bodyguard for a certain politician until the end of last year. He was a piece of human garbage. Slugged him in the face and resigned. Then ended up here thanks to an acquaintance introducing me.
Is that really true? Did he really... What happened to Sojima? I forget. Didn't he leave the country or something? Oh, or he died. Yeah, he died in one of the endings. Boss shot him, who was really Sojima's son. So remember what they said about the wing sync? You can only use the wing sync once a day. So I imagine we can only use the wing sync on one of these people, even though they give us the option for both of them. Tell me what you were doing around 6 AM on the 9th.
Judging by the way you asked that, I assume that's Jin's estimated time of death?
Well, yes.
I was in Okinawa from the night of the 8th. I had a seminar to attend on the 9th and 10th. I returned to Tokyo late last night.
I checked the logs for hotels and airports, for smartphone access points, and the security footage for each location. It's true that Tokiko was in Okinawa from the 8th to the 10th.
So she has an alibi.
As long as you presume Jin's body wasn't brought back with her from Okinawa.
Ooh, I like that. I like that sense of skepticism. How did you end up here, Tokiko?
I had a very hard time finding the place. After all, NICE is a secret organization hidden from the public.
It's a good thing Boss just happened to know someone who knew this location. Otherwise, we would have been out of luck.
Even after I got inside the building, it wasn't easy. The guards, the security gates. If I hadn't met Mamoru at the entrance, I probably wouldn't even have made it to this office.
I know about Abyss, and I know it's trustworthy. That's why I let you through to talk to the president.
Tell me about NICE. Yeah, I actually want to know more about NICE.
Anyway, I was surprised. I had heard of NICE, the secret organization, but I thought it was just an urban legend. I can't believe it actually exists.
Yes, there has been all sorts of gossip about us. Some claim we're a secret society of Satanists, or that we have something to do with a sequence of binary code that came from space. But that's all nonsense. Made-up stories that become more and more embellished as they were passed on. Rumors are quite a terrifying thing. NICE is a perfectly legitimate ideological society. Our headquarters are located in New York, with many branches in cities throughout the world. This is one such branch.
Okay. Yeah, what exactly does ideological society mean? That's a good question.
This is a common misconception, but NICE is not a religious organization. We are a group of like-minded individuals who act together based on a certain understanding of the universe.
And that is?
The simulation theory. Have you heard of it?
That the world is an artificial simulation of reality created by someone or something. That's the theory.
You're saying everything in this world we're living in isn't real?
Yes. It's a false world constructed with specific rules by a program. And if it is made by a program, there must by necessity be imperfections, edges, or seams. To find these seams, or to create them, is our objective.
Why would you do that?
If you tear at the seams of a cloth, it will unravel, and a hole will be created. Thusly, we will tear at the seams of the program until it is unraveled, and its people are emancipated. That is our ultimate goal.
This old hack has completely lost it.
I mean, it's probably reaching a tiny bit, but I kind of see it. Kinda see it. How will you... Yeah, tell me how you're gonna tear the seams of the world. That's a very good question.
The intersection between the warp and weft. That's where the seam can occur.
I don't understand.
You will someday. It is a prophecy. It will be fulfilled eventually.
What is that?
It's a hand sign we use. It's meant to resemble the sign behind me.
Yeah, show me the hand sign again. Well, I'm gonna see if I can do this myself. So she like interlocks both her thumbs like this, like kind of like that. It's kind of easy to do, kind of. Show me it again. Okay, tell me about Chikara. I want to know what the relationship is between NICE and them.
Do you mean the man from Horodori Institute of Genetics?
So you do know him. I'm actually here because of a tip I got from him.
Shikara is under arrest?
No, he was just released earlier. We didn't have enough evidence to keep him detained.
I see. Shikara is a former member of NICE, though this was over 20 years ago. When he left us, he became an avid believer in the Order of Percent.
Order of Percent?
It's an organization that split off from NICE. You could say they are a sect. The Order of Percent is a religious sect, whereas we are an ideological society. Despite our common roots, we are heading in completely different directions.
Then how did Chikara know that NICE created Bats 490?
I wouldn't know about that. Perhaps he asked an acquaintance from NICE.
I see. Okay, so NICE is actually like a legit society. And by legit, I mean like Scientology. You know, like Scientology is a legit organization. That's kind of what this seems like to me.
Why would they make something like this indoors?
Who knows?
It's pretty. It is a pretty waterfall, I have to say. I wouldn't call it a pond or a river. Just call it nothing. What's this thing? Glass doll. Looks like an Oscar. I can't fucking... Looks like an Oscar. Yeah, it does. Office desk, symbol.
That's the non-upal X, the symbol of NICE.
Non-upal means consisting of 9. You know how there's single, double, triple? Non-upal is the 9th.
So non-upal X means 9 X's?
Seems so.
Did you know that Nizadlaws is derived from 9-exed lozenge? Lozenge referring to a diamond shape. In other words, Nizadlaws means the 9 X's of the diamond.
Very interesting.
By the way, would you mind if I asked you a question?
Yes, I would, because I'm still fucking analyzing you.
What is it?
Are you perhaps a Frayer?
Frayer?
Mind Flayer? Thought I heard somewhere before.
I am asking the person within you.
What?
I will ask you one more time. Are you a Frayer?
A Frayer? I have no idea what this means. I'm gonna look this up. Frayer. Frayer. What's a Frayer mean? The English dictionary says to open up or to clear or to spawn. Apparently it is a verb. Oh, it's actually... Oh, I see. I have no idea what this is, so I think I'd have to say no.
I see. Then I must have been mistaken.
What is a Frayer? Fray. Fray. Right. I remember now.
It was written on that sign.
Fray to free.
Oh, Fray to free. Interesting.
Fray can mean fight, but it can also mean to wear out or tear.
Remember what Tokiko said. Their ultimate goal is to break down this world and emancipate its people.
Miss Shigure, are you sure Nyes didn't make the QR video?
We did not.
But the word Fray was written on that sign in the QR code.
We of Nyes are only involved in Bats 490, which we created half a year ago. We are not the ones who created the QR video. The word Fray being displayed on that sign must be a coincidence.
That can't be just a coincidence.
Oh, but it can. After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation, a false world created by a program. And such programs always have some glitches lurking under the surface. We call such glitches seams. Coincidences like this are a manifestation of such glitches. Proof of imperfection. Proof of the seams.
Yeah, but if this is a program that we're all living in, then don't you think, you know, the person behind the program or the entity would probably see you doing this type of thing and be like, I don't like that. I don't like that.
The appearance of Jin's corpse is also likely to be an example of such phenomenon.
What?
Are you familiar with the Philadelphia experiment?
It's a top-secret military experiment that's said to have taken place in the American city of Philadelphia on October 28, 1943. A powerful electromagnetic wave was fired towards the USS Eldridge, a destroyer-class warship. Supposedly, the reason for doing this was to conceal the ship from showing up on radar. But as soon as the experiment began, something strange happened. The Eldridge was enshrouded in a greenish mist, then vanished. Afterward, it appeared at a military port in Norfolk, nearly 200 miles away from the shipyard in Philadelphia. Sometime later, it reappeared in its original position again.
So you're saying it teleported?
Well, it's nothing but an urban legend. Just an occult story with low credibility.
That's always how they start. They always start as low credibility sources.
Yes, exactly.
That's always how they
However,
begin.
the story doesn't end there. When the
No?
USS Eldridge returned to Philadelphia, there were several sailors on board, but some of them had melted like a rotten banana, while others ended up with their bodies entirely burned and blackened. Others were said to have merged with the steel hull, their bodies having become a piece of the ship. Does that sound familiar?
You mean Jin? Are you saying his right half teleported here?
It isn't impossible. If a seam was torn, that is.
Impossible.
You know what I noticed about... Yeah, okay, so the... What the fuck? Wait, why are we here? Okay, whatever. The thing I noticed about this is the first Somnium game, they give you lots of supernatural type of things to think about. I'm not done, what the fuck? I didn't even press the button. The game didn't want to hear my yapping.
You like this park, don't you, Ryuki?
I feel calm when I'm around nature. It's like I can feel the buzz inside me quieting down. Tama, what do you think about what Tokiko said earlier?
Okay, there we go. Okay, so in the very first Somnium game, they give you lots of, like, supernatural type stuff to make you try to wrap your head around it. And I feel like they're trying to go for the same thing, but in the end, it actually has a somewhat, quotations, realistic and logical explanation to it all. So I'd be very interested to see if that kind of theme follows through into this game.
Is something like teleportation really possible?
Hey, come on. I told you the Philadelphia experiment is just an urban legend.
How else can you explain what happened with Jin? We can't deny that his right half suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Jeez. Then why don't we find out for ourselves?
What do you mean? You want to go to the studio right now?
No need. Just close your eyes.
My eyes?
Just do it!
Okay. What the? Did we teleport here?
Why, yes we did, of course. Why
Are you
not?
serious?
We're in Studio Devita, aren't we?
It just seems that way. We're not actually there. Last night, I scanned every nook and cranny of the scene. What you're looking at now is what I replicated using that data.
Wow. It's like I'm actually there. The corpse looks so real.
Want me to put a mosaic over it?
Uncensored is fine.
Now, less digressing and more investigating. Your objective is to solve the mystery behind the sudden appearance of Jin's right half.
Alright, let's start looking around.
Is this a Somnium? Oh, virtual reality. Yeah, so it's not a Somnium, so we have no time limit. Cool. VR allows you to walk around the scene, can be applied to everything. Cool. Pretty cool, man. Changing the special mode where you can inspect will change. Nice. Let's see. I always like to start from the back. I don't know why. Let's look at the electric kettle.
Maybe it's for having tea during breaks.
Okay. Confirm the status. Confirm the status before the body combusted. Yeah.
Looks like it's there so the performers can check how they look on screen.
It's not hooked up to anything though. Unless it's wait, what? Where's the power source? Contestant seats. Another contestant seat. Another contestant seat. Oh, we can put on X-ray mode. Cool.
Wow. I can switch to X-ray mode too.
That's because I've gathered all data from the scene.
Okay. I dig it. Amabi TV giant monitor.
The questions for the quiz also show up here too. Huh.
Okay. It's the podium used by the quiz show host. Yeah, Mr. Minecraft, man. The set is full of dazzling
These aren't good
lights.
for much other than for show.
Okay, monitor. Okay, looks like we've looked at everything except the body. Let's look at the X-ray, see if there's anything on the X-ray. Oh, there's people behind here. There's a bunch of mannequins. Oh, mannequins. Okay. Well, you never know. Could be something a little bit more related.
I wonder how deep this sign is embedded.
What do we do at times like these?
Right, the X-ray.
Like I mentioned yesterday, Jin's estimated time of death is 6 o'clock on February 9th. Based on the time his corpse appeared, it should be about 40 hours ago. Rigor mortis seems to be fading already. It's not completely gone yet, but the body has somewhat softened at this point. It should take more time to get to this stage if it's been on a rooftop in the winter. That's why I think this corpse was kept indoors. Someplace warm.
Someplace warm. Okinawa is very warm, even in the wintertime. So technically, if this body was brought from Okinawa by the nice lady, that could have been a possibility. Rigor mortis was already fading. Interesting. Don't you think it's weird that the body goes into rigor mortis? Just think about that. Your body just fully tensing up, like super tense. What about the signboard?
The bottom part of the signboard is stuck pretty deep in there.
There's a bit of a curve at the tip. Kind of like a man's, you know what?
Don't say it.
Couldn't you have compared it to
Don't
a fish
say
hook
it.
or something?
Well, it won't come out easily. Whoever stuck it in probably didn't want it pulled out.
Of course not. The signboard would be useless unless it's standing.
It's useless unless it's standing?
Let's not go there.
No, that's not what I meant.
We already went there. Yeah, we're going there right now. The signboard was stuck in the corpse, so it's difficult to remove. True. Okay, what about the
What's
corpse
this?
itself?
There's something inside the body.
3 things catch my attention. First, a mixture of potassium chlorate, sulfur, and red phosphorus. This is probably a fire starter. It would ignite very easily. The fuse is coiled up and extends from there. By the way, the fuse includes an oxidizing agent, so it can continue to burn even inside the body. And finally, at the end of the fuse is a powder mixture of iron oxide and aluminum. This is a substance that causes a thermite reaction. When ignited, it creates heat of over 3,000 degrees Celsius and burns violently.
Inside the corpse is fuel that goes off with even the slightest impact to fuse, and a substance that causes a thermite reaction. Now, why would you need to have that inside? obviously to hide the evidence, but they showed it on camera for a reason. Whoever did this wanted people to see it, but at the same time they didn't want the evidence to stay. So something must be inside that could lead them to the culprits. Hence why they did this.
What's this? Getting a better look at it. It looks like something tied to his waist. It's like a spider's thread. No, even thinner.
My analysis concludes that this is a CNT, or carbon nanotube. Graphene sheets with the thickness of a single carbon atom. These were rolled into a cylindrical shape to make these nanotubes. The diameter is about 0.4 nanometers. A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it's not visible to the naked eye.
What? But I can see it.
That's because this thread is made by bundling multiple CNTs. I've also enhanced your vision so you'd be able to see it. By the way, CNTs are extremely durable. They're elastic and hard to break, and it's said that their theoretical maximum tensile strength is 50 times that of steel.
50 times?
Anyway, where is the other end of the CNT connected?
That way. Over by that red lamp.
Ah, so that's what connected the power source. So whoever... Oh shit, Tamagotchi. Let's go see the Tamagotchi, then I'll talk about what I wanted to say. Yes. Okay. Where to go drink? I think we already answered this. Yeah, we definitely did. Let's choose Roppongi. Fuck it. Crazy. Yeah, so this piece of carbon net, or whatever they called it, is connected to the light source. At the same time, must mean somebody pressed this button to ignite the body, if I had to guess.
What's this?
It's the light switch.
The CNT is tied to it.
CNT extending from the corpse was threaded through the ceiling beam and tied to the light switch. Yes, it was. It was obviously done that for a reason, too. How did it get connected, though? Wait, what?
Okay, it looks like we're pretty much done investigating here. Using the clues we've gathered so far, we should be able to solve the mystery.
You mean the mystery of how Jin's body appeared? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yep.
The truth reenactment allows you to find the truth with the information you have gathered. Answer Tama's questions with the best answer. Only by correctly answering her questions will the truth be reenacted.
Let's get on that now. First thing, about that power outage when the body appeared. Was it really just a power outage?
I was wondering about that too. The lights came back on way too quickly. Plus, if the power did go out, the stream should have cut out at the same time.
But the stream went on, no problem.
So it wasn't an outage. The lights were switched off.
So how did the lights get turned off?
Well, I think I know what did it.
Yes. Yes, possibly this light switch.
That's the switch that powers the lighting.
Yeah, let's not overthink this. Someone simply walked up and flipped this switch.
But no one was near the switch when the lights went out.
Well, I didn't know that. Wait, how do you know that?
Let's try to think of something else.
Okay, fine. This is a cool new thing, though. This is kind of like a Danganronpa at the end of a case. What's this thing? Kettle? Electric kettle? No. Is it possible that one of these buttons is connected to a power source? It's hard to say.
They were routed through the ceiling beams and onto the light switch.
But a dead body can't pull strings.
No, but it can fall. From the ceiling, I mean.
Now that you mention it, I thought I heard something hit the floor right after the lights went out.
The body fell from the ceiling and tugged on the CNT, which caused the light switch to turn off.
So on to the next question. The corpse was hidden up in the ceiling, right? Then how did it fall?
And that would be the light switch. The CNT attached to the switch was pulled? Yeah.
The CNT extended from the corpse to the light switch, so the corpse would fall if you tugged on the CNT.
But that would mean someone was near the light switch. There wasn't anyone around.
Oh, you know what that means? Probably the rigor mortis softens.
Let's try again.
Yeah, probably the rigor mortis softens. Was already
The culprit was
fading.
the mechanism of the body softening after rigor mortis.
Is that really true, though? Could you really do that?
The body must have been placed up in the ceiling like a bridge between two beams. It would stay up there while the body is still stiff. But as time passes and rigor mortis lessens, the corpse softens.
And that's what made it fall down. Now, for the final question, why did the body explode and burn?
Well, that can be explained by using the X-ray mode.
Okay. I mean, inside the body. Yeah, inside the body. Fuel that goes off even with the slightest impact.
Contraption set up inside the body.
Yeah, that's simple. That's the easy one.
The ignition agent combusted from the impact of the body hitting the ground. The fire went up the coiled fuse and onto the substance that triggered a thermite reaction. The substance was eventually ignited, causing a huge explosion.
So that interval between the fall and explosion was because of the time it took for the fire to reach the end of the fuse. I get it. It was hard to find traces of that trick because it was such an analog method.
All right, I think we're starting to figure things out here.
This is cool. Yeah, this is cool. This is like a little, you know, a little added bonus type of thing.
So you can turn off this VR space now.
Makes the gameplay a little bit more intuitive, so it's not just Somnius.
No, not yet. That was just a rehearsal. We still have the main show.
What do you mean?
We're recreating the culprit's actions.
Are you telling me to do that?
You're the only actor here, aren't you?
Actor?
Actor?
So, I'm Tama, the director and camera operator. Now that I'm in the director's chair, I'm not going to tolerate shoddy acting, so keep that in mind.
Are we recording something?
Of course we are. We're testing a theory here, so we need to create something that can be viewed objectively.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
Shut your stupid mouth, you third-rate bit part actor! Are you too much of a moron to figure this out without the director having to tell you everything?
But...
Just zip it and play the culprit. If we're doing this, we're going for the Academy Award.
Macadamy? Like, the nuts?
Macadamian Award?
Enough! Let's get this started! Ready?
Ew.
Action!
Okay.
Hi! I'm, the culprit who killed Jin. Now, prepare to witness an amazing show featuring this corpse.
Not only is your acting amateurish, but I don't even understand what kind of character you're trying to play here.
I am an amateur.
Well, this is just the beginning, so I'll give you a pass for now. Let's start with the positioning of the body. Where and how was it placed?
Well,
it was in the rafters.
it was right here. The body was placed so it was hung like a bridge between two beams.
You can place it like this because it was stiff from rigor mortis.
Is do bodies really get that stiff? Like, it's like it's an honest question. Like, is it so stiff that it could hold that angle?
So
I mean, that's kind of crazy.
Light trick.
Carbon nanotubes, CNT, were tied to the body. The CNT went up the beams and extended downward onto the light switch.
CNT is too thin to be seen with the naked eye, so no one noticed it.
I've got it all set up. Now I just need to wait for the rigor mortis to subside.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in character?
Boy! I sure hope the corpse gets softer soon! It needs to be soft and squishy! Like an octopus!
This scene makes no sense. I'm cutting it out.
You made me do it!
And after time passed, rigor mortis began to subside.
The body falls, and the impact sets off the ignition agent inside it. The fire travels up the fuse line.
Soon after, a staff member turns on the lights.
Bam! A body appears, as if it teleported in out of nowhere. Sometime later, the burning fuse inside the body reaches the explosives. And that is the truth behind the corpse's sudden appearance and explosion!
Cut! Good work! I got some nice footage of the reenactment.
I still don't understand why the acting was necessary.
It was good for you, Ryuki. You did a good job, buddy. Acceptable acting.
all makes sense now. That corpse didn't teleport here after all.
Of course it didn't. Though the culprit obviously wanted it to seem that way.
Half of a body just suddenly appearing out of nowhere. Just like the Philadelphia experiment. Someone went through all that trouble to make it look like something strange occurred.
I think they also wanted to draw as much attention as possible to that sign. All so they could spread that QR video.
I was wondering where she was. I couldn't find her. So I was moving around like such a dumbass. About the time rigor mortis would subside.
The culprit must have wanted the body to fall during the live stream, right? It would have been pointless otherwise. But could they really predict when rigor mortis would dissipate so accurately?
The culprit didn't put the corpse up on the ceiling beams while it was completely stiff. It had to have been after the body had started to soften, just slightly. That way, they could estimate that the body would fall in a few hours or so.
Yeah, but for it to fall at that exact moment, I mean, it's either super lucky or... I don't know, that seems like, eh.
The stream was scheduled for a whole 6 hours.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That definitely would help.
The culprit was fine as long as the body fell sometime during that period.
Okay, fair enough. About the reason the corpse's cross-section was facing downward.
That body fell from the studio ceiling. If it fell sideways when it landed, the culprit's plans would have been ruined.
Yes, like you said, it would have been pointless unless the sign was standing erect. Just like a man's you-know-what.
Again with that joke? Besides, it is not useless when it's not erect.
Exactly.
What?
There was another purpose to the sign. It's the same reason darts and rockets have tails.
I get it. The cut surface would naturally face the ground because of that sign. It was meant to control the body's posture as it fell.
Okay. I sort of see that. Sort of. I mean, it still feels like a little bit of a reach to me, if you ask me, but that's fine. Why did the culprit blow up the corpse?
Their goal was to make it seem like a supernatural phenomenon. That's why they couldn't leave the CNT on the scene.
Because it would give away the trick?
Right.
So that's why they caused a thermite reaction and destroyed the CNT.
CNT is highly
So,
flammable.
to wrap
Wait
it all up-
a second. It doesn't stand a chance against 3,000 degree temperature, but it bonds with oxygen to create carbon dioxide, which helps extinguish the flame.
The culprit's motive was to make this seem like a supernatural phenomenon and to spread the QR video, right?
I don't know if that's all there is to it, but probably.
I wonder why Jin was chosen.
Who knows?
Where could his left side be?
It hasn't been found yet. Anyway, starting our search with the people who might have the intel we need is the #1 rule of investigation, right?
Like who?
Jin's right half was up in the studio ceiling the whole time we were shooting the show. There must be someone who knew about it, or at least noticed it.
You mean... the director, Shinpei Wagai.
What? The Yakuza guy?
Right.
Where is he now?
I've tracked him down using his smartphone GPS. He's in Akihabara right now, at the maid cafe Sunfish Pocket.
Been a hot minute since we've gone back there. Okay, let's go to Sunfish Pocket. Fuck it. Let's go see if there's any new characters. Hopefully another car sequence. I really like the car sequences. Damn, man, really? A little bit of a Zero Escape Easter egg right there. Little 999.
There he is!
Ah, shit!
Boy, what the fuck?
Damn!
You're fucking kidding me. Man, this guy gives absolutely no shits. Are you kidding? You're really gonna shoot us? What the... How is he able to do that? Is he like Date, where he has like super really...
Are you insane?
Yeah, you're kind of crazy.
There are customers and staff in here.
My bad.
Bro.
Apology is not gonna cut it.
Several people have called the authorities. The local police should be here soon.
Hey, can't you just let me go?
What?
I told you, my girl's pregnant, right? I can't go to jail! That's why I accepted his offer in the first place. I needed money to take care of my kid.
Accepted whose offer?
Some guy named Terror. I don't know his real name. Haven't seen his face or heard his voice either. All my contact with him was through Nile.
What did he ask you to do?
He said...
I want to borrow your studio for an hour or so on the 10th before you start preparing for the stream. Do not let anyone near the studio during this time. That includes you. All you need to do is keep the entrance unlocked. That's all. I'll pay you 5 million. It's like 5 million, 50,000 bucks. If everything goes well, I'll pay you on the night of the 11th. I see, I see.
So me and the staff haven't met this Terror guy at all. I don't know what happened in the studio either. I had no idea that was gonna happen.
Come to Class 3A at Sekiba High. You'll get your money there. Oh, wait, Class 3A.
Class 3A at Sekiba High.
Ryuki!
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Gotta see who the culprit is, baby.
The director of Horodori Institute of Genetics, Chikara Horodori.
No way. It can't be.
Can't say I'm too surprised. Can't say I'm too shocked.
Mr. Date told me about this shrine. This place is so full of nature. Just like Yoyagi Park. It's just... calming here.
I see.
Tama, would you mind giving me some support?
What do you mean?
I've been thinking about Chikara's murder.
Are you sure you're okay, Ryuki?
What do you mean?
I feel like all of this has been taking a huge mental toll on you.
I'm fine. More importantly, can you recreate the crime scene for me? I just need to close my eyes, right?
Yeah, but... Fine. I'll play along. You are technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
Thanks. Let's start then. It's perfect. It's just like the real thing.
I learned how to do 3D modeling in a correspondence course. Back when I was a student, my grandma told me I should learn a skill set.
Okay. This guy is... okay, so he's in the chalkboard. Question is, how did he get to the chalkboard? How did he get in that position in the first place? Let's see the x-ray.
I'm sorry, Ryuki. This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you hear me out?
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that... it has no guts!
What?
I know. That was so bad. The joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it. I mean, look, the corpse is completely missing its guts. I couldn't let this chance pass me by.
Hilarious. The reason the corpse is on the blackboard is because it doesn't have internal organs anymore. The open space inside the body was at lower pressure than the outside. It's similar to how suction cups work. Really? It doesn't have internal organs. The open space inside the body is at lower pressure than the outside? Oh my god. Is that really how it... is that really a thing? I wonder if that's actually a thing that you could do. That's really creepy. It's kind of cool at the same time.
Chikara's right side.
The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
Does that mean he would make like a suction noise if you took him off the chalkboard?
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was discovered, that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on February 11th, right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
Looks like there aren't any other clues here. Well, satisfied?
What about the security cameras at Sekiba?
I checked the footage.
That's a good
but I
question.
didn't
Yeah,
see
where were
anything
the security
suspicious.
cameras?
Of course, that place is huge, so there are plenty of areas the security cameras don't cover.
Any cameras on campus?
None. You remember what Gen said? The security at Sekiba High is completely lacking.
Well, let's take a look at the index, or let's take a look at the files. We haven't seen the files for a bit. Let's see the let's look at the persons from 6 years ago. This would be Shoma. This was this was Komeji's son. He didn't really have a lot to say. Okay. Apparently Jin has new information. Yeah, I guess not. Okay, Chikara's dead. Okay, Tokiko, 53? Damn. Damn, girl. Hope I look like that at 53. Okay, it's boss again. Pewter. Everything else seems to be the same. Mamoru, Tokiko's bodyguard. Yeah, this guy was definitely, yeah, so Sejima. He was definitely Sejima's bodyguard. Okay. Doesn't seem like anything new, so we haven't learned anything else. Okay, cool. Oh, my thingy's ready. Yep, my thingy, my bobber. Where to go to drink? Didn't you just ask me this? Nichome. I'm not close. Wait, I'm curious about everyone else's answers, so I'll go on a journey to the other world. I'll be going now. No. My little eyebally. Mama E went off on a journey after becoming a respectable adult. You might be able to meet new eyeballies. Depending on how you raise it, you might be able to meet new eyeballies. How does that work? Can you answer more questions so I become an adulty? How many legs do I like? 0. I see. So how does this album work? Oh, I see. Yeah. There's like a few different... Oh, I see. Mama. Oh, Mama. Based on fucking... Oh, based on characters, and that's why Ota. And then Aiba. Oh, cool. Okay, so this is like, yeah, this is like, they had something like this similar in Goodbye Despair. Where you let, pretty much you had a demon that you you can do whatever you want with. Wait, demon? Why did I say demon? You had an egg. A Monokuma egg that you could do whatever you want with. Is Terror the culprit?
Just who is this Terror?
I wouldn't be having so much trouble if I knew that.
It can't be Tokiko, can it? Tokiko was with me at Chikara's time of death, and she was in Okinawa during the incident with Jin.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems unlikely that she did it personally.
But something has been bothering me. I feel like Tokiko is involved somehow. Chikara was a member of NICE, and he knew about Bats 490. That's not all. The appearance of Jin's corpse was made to seem like a paranormal phenomenon, as if the same thing from the Philadelphia experiment had happened.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program.
Could she have done all this to give her claim credibility?
I don't know, but it's possible.
Really? Really? That's I don't know about that at all. Yeah, I wouldn't say that at all. Tell me about the Nile message Terror sent Shinpei.
I think he was lying about the money. Terror probably wanted someone to find Chikara's body.
You mean he wanted Shinpei to find it?
Not necessarily. It might have been for the police. Terror might have predicted that someone from the police would contact Shinpei.
I think that's a little bit of a reach. I mean, he is, I guess, ex-Yakuza, so I mean, that's something to keep in mind, but still. I feel like that's a little bit of a reach.
I have to talk to her.
Understood. We've come this far. I'll back you up until you're satisfied.
Okay. Oh shit, I need to do... I need to do that thing again. Going back to Nyes. You notice how these super crazy
I've been
cults
expecting you. I thought you would be arriving.
always have like insane amounts of money? You ever wonder about that? Where they get all that money? It's a good question.
What do you mean?
I mean, I knew you would come see me.
Sure, lady. Let's talk to the bodyguard first. Why the sunglasses?
These aren't sunglasses. It's a fairy's black bra.
What a degenerate.
That's not what I expected him to say at all. Anything suspicious about Tokiko?
Not really. She's a kind woman. But I obviously wouldn't tell you even if I did know something. As her secretary, it's part of my job to protect her secrets.
Mamoru is an excellent employee who faithfully fulfills his duties. I have complete trust in him.
I'm honored to hear that. I respect you from the bottom of my heart as well.
Gag.
Oh my god, these people like each other? Fuck that. Tell me about this room.
As you know, this is the president's office at the NICE Japan branch.
The world is full of rubbish. Such things should all be washed away. That was my thinking when I designed this room.
You designed it.
Yes. The flow of water cleanses one's heart. Just like the flow of time.
Yeah, you sound like a little bit of a psychopath. That's okay though. Tell me about... Do we even want to tell her that Jin's right half didn't teleport? I feel like we don't even want to do that, because why would we tell her that? What if she's involved in this somehow? Do you know someone named Shinpei Wagai?
No, I don't.
Then do you know about Terror?
I've heard that name on the news, yes. This is about the culprit, is it not?
Yes, but...
I have absolutely no idea who it could be. I'm sorry I can't help you, but...
Tell me about, I mean, I guess we'll tell her. We're gonna have to, so whatever.
I've solved the mystery.
It's fine.
Miss Shigure. Jin's right half didn't teleport. It was just made to seem that way. It should have been obvious when you think about it. Teleportation? It's impossible. We live in a simulation? This is a fake world created by a program? Impossible. Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. Just a ludicrous myth like UFOs, ghosts, and Kappa.
Whoa, Kappa is not ludicrous, okay? Kappa is a very respected emote.
I'm sure there are people who'd like to believe in these things. And there are groups who profit by making people believe.
Mr. Ryuki, it appears as though there's been some misunderstanding. We of NICE have nothing to do with this.
Are you sure about that? All the pieces would fit together if NICE is the one that made the QR video. The falsified paranormal phenomenon. What was written on the signboard. It all advances your agenda. Could it be that you wanted to spread the QR video by showing that sign along with the corpse on stream?
As I've told you, we are not the ones who made the QR video. What is the purpose of the QR video in the first place? Are you saying there is some message urging people to join NICE in it?
Well, I mean, now that you say that, it kind of does sound like it. Tell me about Chikara's murder.
I know of the incident, of course. However...
Yes, I know you have an alibi. We were here, having a conversation during the time of Chikara Horadori's death. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're completely innocent. You are the president of NICE. Surely you have plenty of subordinates who can do your bidding.
Are you implying I ordered someone to kill him?
It's a possibility.
And what would be my motive?
Well...
Remember what Tokiko said. Chikara Horadori is an avid believer in the Order of Percent. Their order and NICE are heading in completely different directions.
Perhaps NICE and the Order of Percent are hostile.
I see. You're suggesting there was a conflict between organizations. It is true that NICE and the Order of Percent have differing beliefs. However, we are not at odds with one another. Both organizations believe in the simulation theory. In that respect, we are comrades.
I don't know if I believe that necessarily. Yeah, I'm not sure if I believe that one. What do NICE and the Order of Percent believe in?
We are living in a simulation, a false world. And from this false world, we seek emancipation. That is what NICE believes. On the other hand, the Order of Percent, we are living in a simulation, a false world. But they wish to remain imprisoned within it forever.
Forever?
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
No. Who would dare play a game like that?
A game that lets you
Absolute
rob,
madness.
murder, blow things up, leave a trail of debris wherever you go.
No, of course not. Never done that once in my life.
An absurd, heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
I've never played anything like that, but I know what you mean.
Then you can understand. If this is a false world created by someone, then the Order of Percent believe they can do whatever they wish. To them, this place is a true utopia. A dream world where they're allowed to do anything they want with no real consequences.
That's why they want to live here forever?
Exactly.
I get it. That's why Chikara was researching immortality.
In theory, using Purge, even immortality is achievable. The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality. What do you think? Isn't that wonderful?
Isn't that absolutely wonderful? Tell me about Chikara's research on immortality.
I'm aware that Chikara was very particular about immortality. However, I will say one thing. One must not believe in eternal youth. Eternal youth is a lie. By the way, Mr. Ryuki, do you remember what you said earlier? Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. That is clearly false. The simulation theory is not occult. It falls within the realm of science. In fact, many esteemed scientists have given serious thought to the matter.
Yeah, I'm sure they have. Yeah, definitely not psychopaths. Yeah,
The
sure.
theory was originally proposed by a Swedish philosopher. However, the concept has been around since long ago, even as far back as the days of Plato and Zhuangzi. This world may be an illusion. At least, there is no way to prove it isn't an illusion. There are great people throughout history who have held such ideas.
But there's no way to prove it is an illusion either, is there?
No, there is plenty of science to support it. The holographic principle, theory of relativity, the measurement problem in quantum theory can also be considered proof.
What? The Swedish... Yeah, what did the Swedish philosopher have to say?
I'd like to ask you one thing. Beings that are far more intelligent and advanced than we humans. Do you believe a civilization of such beings exists anywhere in this world? And by this world, I mean all possible worlds in the entire universe, including those outside of our own.
Well, somewhere out there, probably.
I agree. Taking that into consideration, we're left with three possibilities. 1. Civilization hasn't reached a level of technology advanced enough to create a simulation that can't be distinguished from reality. 2. Civilization has reached a level of technology advanced enough to accomplish this, but it hasn't for some reason. 3. Civilization has reached that level of technology and has no strong reason not to use it. Therefore, they've proceeded with creating an intricate simulation. Which of these do you think is most likely?
Are you saying it's 3?
That is what a famous Swedish philosopher believed, at least. He further explains, that civilization must have run simulations millions or even trillions of times. In which case, it would make sense to believe our world would be included in one of those simulations.
You're saying it's far more likely that we're one of the countless simulated worlds, rather than a world that exists in the one and only reality. Do I have that right?
Yes.
Yes. Additionally, the...
Even
Oops.
light cannot escape a black hole. I'm sure you've heard this before.
Yes. Additionally, the simulation in the real world may be a simulation itself, kind of like a doll. Just so you know, I'm not saying I believe the simulation theory. The simulation theory isn't too credible because of this Machloishka aspect. So Tama doesn't believe in the simulation theory.
Information is the same. It cannot escape a black hole. It's known that the amount of information trapped in this way is not derived from the volume of the black hole, but the surface area. Considering this, You can conclude that information in a three-dimensional space is stored in the boundary of its two-dimensional surface. In other words, all information stored in this universe is encoded in a single flat plane. Just like a hologram. Regarding gravity and other physical processes, they can be completely accounted for through the laws of physics defined by the boundary surface. Let's take a character from an action game, for example. When that character falls, you may think he was pulled to the ground by gravity.
Oh, who could this be?
However, gravity does not actually exist in the game world, only code that was written in the program. The character's body is merely made to show as if it fell based on its code.
You think this world is the same?
The holographic principle is not a theory. It is a principle. It has already been mathematically proven.
Mathematically proven, sure. Yeah, okay, so let's take a break from the definitely not insane lady. And we'll continue this conversation next time. Actually, let me ask about this watch.
I see. Then let us leave it at that.
What? Wait, what? Oi.
In any case, there is no denying that the simulation theory
Wait
is
a second, wait a second, wait a second. Wait just a darn tootin' here. Let me see if the autosave picked this up. I didn't think that would stop the thing. They really need to add a thing where it says, hey, by the way, if you pick this, it's gonna be the end of the talking. 5:39, oh god, okay. Oh, it's gonna be a long, okay. Man, really? I can't believe that ended the conversation. That's really cringe. That's really, really stupid, actually. And of course we can't skip this shit, okay. Alright, alright. That's really annoying. That's super annoying, actually, okay. I mean, it is what it is. We'll probably figure more about this, you know, as we continue through the story and all that shenanigans, so... Can't complain too much. Next time we'll keep talking to her, and then I may actually switch to the Mizuki arc next time, potentially. Really depends on how I think the story is going with Ryuki at the time. But yeah, that could be interesting. We'll see.